Hello, this is Eclipse, and I'm here to show you how to do the Doom Skip. This is a newly discovered trick that saves a lot of time, about 15 seconds. However, there's a lot of requirements to meet for this trick to be pulled off, and it requires a lot of practice. So we're just gonna play this trick live for your viewing. So normally you have to wait for a minecart to take you to the top of the level. However, we don't need to do that because we could just use a gunner's bullets to deflect ourselves upwards, and we made it. Just gotta finish this little section, pick up the key, and we're pretty much done with Doom. So, there was a lot that was going on, but let's break it down. So, at the very beginning, there's this trick called the Flying Goose Strat. That's kind of been a thing before. So yeah, basically all you do is just jump off the minecart and use your slashes to preserve your height while using the momentum of the cart to take you as far as possible into the switch. It's very easy to do. Now for this part, these are the swag lasers that you may have seen before, or if you have, you may have probably avoided it if you're a cautious player, but now that Doom Skip is a thing, you're gonna have to learn how to do it. Of course, you don't have to do Doom Skip if you're just picking up the game or if you want to do some very safe strats, but that's not why you're here. We're here to learn the Doom Skip. So for swag lasers, it's really easy. All you just gotta do is just roll between two lasers and slash down. There's other ways to make it faster, but to play it safe, just roll between two lasers and down slash to cancel your speed so you don't roll into the lasers. I'm gonna play that again. Now, this is where things get important. This is pretty much how Doom Skip starts. So this little section right here, this floor, the way you enter this room is pretty much how Doom Skip will play out. If you do not get a clean entry here, then your Doom Skip is not very likely to be properly executed. So besides getting here ASAP, what you want to do is after you up slash a guard here, you want to open this door without having your momentum halted. So you don't want to bump to the slope, which sometimes happens when you open doors near a slope or you're trying to slash an enemy. That's a common mistake that runners will occasionally come into. Even I have. It's pretty annoying, but the one time you do not want to be stuck in that slope is this room right here in this section. So you kill the guard up here. You do gain a little bit of height out of slashing him, so that problem may fix itself for you. And you want to not bonk into this little ceiling right here as well. So you just do a forward slash, open. The Ricky should die. You would have a projectile picked up by then. You want to keep that sword or this little bottle, whatever your preference is, but you need a projectile. So this Ricky's dead. And now you have this little Terry right here. So we're just going to play that real time so you see how I do not mess up my momentum opening the door. So we're just going to break that down slowly just by playing it frame by frame. So no messing up the momentum right there. That was a clean open. So I mentioned this Terry before, and this Terry is pretty much the next step. So you just want to be rolling and you want to roll past him. Now you have the projectile right here. Remember the projectile, whether it's a sword, whether it's a bottle, as long as it's something you can throw, this is when you start throwing. So you want to start, actually you want to throw when you're at this little spot right here, closest to the switch. The closer to the switch, the better. Too close to the switch, then you're gonna use it on the switch, which you don't need. So yeah, this switch will open up the gate here, but if you do the doom skip right, this gate isn't really necessary at all. It's a non-factor. But you do not want to waste a projectile on the switch. You want to use it to kill the Terry, like I have right here. So what that's going to do is that's going to trigger this gunner up here, this off-screen gunner that you'll be seeing in a moment. He's going to be running here. So yeah, you saw him run a little bit. So the reason why you want to kill the Terry as soon as you're close to the switch and he's over there is that's going to make the guard want to go downstairs, except you're going to get to him before he goes downstairs. If you kill the Terry like by throwing the projectile when he's like right here, or you kill him earlier, then the guard is going to be alerted and he's going to do weird stuff. He's not going to set himself up for the trick to work. That's for sure. So yeah, you want to kill the Terry as late as possible when it comes relative to the switch. And you don't want him anywhere else. You want to kill him at that exact moment by the switch. So now that I've established that, the importance of that, the gunner will be here, and as I roll, I don't want to mash roll. I don't want to do that. I want to leave a little gap in my rolls. So I'll roll here. I'll get close to the guard. I don't want to be behind him first. I want to be like right here. Now, as soon as I find myself inside of him, I'm just gonna like normally walk, and usually I like to roll by this little column right here, if you see that. So basically roll when you're close to him. When you're really close to him, just walk a bit and then you roll. This is where the gap in your rolling rhythm should be. And then just roll. Okay, so here you gotta time the next roll. You gotta anticipate when he fires, because that's gonna be the next time you roll. So you don't roll until you reach this, and you just walk and walk until he fires. So he's gonna fire, and this is where the doom skip really begins. This is pretty much why you set the guard to be where he is. He's gonna shoot the bullets at you. So the first one you just dodge, the second one you jump over, the third one is what you first deflect. Now, when you jump, you don't want to jump too high. You don't want to jump too low either. But the reason why you don't want to jump too high is because you're going to bonk in the ceiling, which is right here. And you're not going to be able to deflect the fourth bullet properly. And even if you do, you're not going to get the height you want. So, notice I hold slightly left on my analog stick. You PC keyboard players would probably use your cursor for this, but for controller players, like myself, and I'm also a PC player as well, so you could just slightly tilt your analog stick to the top left. You don't want to move too much left, but you want to move left enough so that it halts your momentum and you can get the gunner to shoot again. So holding left is what'll prompt the gunner to shoot the fourth bullet at you, because if you just hold right and you deflect upwards, he's not going to shoot the bullet at you. He's not going to shoot that final bullet you need. So now that we've established that, we're going to want to deflect that bullet. And notice that I was so close to hitting the ceiling. I didn't even jump that high at the beginning, like right there. So we're just going to play this in real time. So yeah, I just barely bonk. I didn't even jump that high in the very beginning. The bullet deflect got me really high. That's what I need. So yeah, my jump height was just here. Was just there. And getting out of there. Alright, so now that we've established the jump height and deflecting the third bullet by slightly holding to the left, a very tight upward angle left, and then you deflect the bullet. Now for the fourth bullet, we don't bonk, and that allows us to move a little bit over there, still preserving our height. And now this last bullet, we gotta slash upwards, and we got the height. But it's not everything yet. We need one final slash to get ourselves upwards, and this is where up slash boosting really comes into play. So if you didn't know, up slashing, at first you get a little boost. However, if you keep mashing the slash button, then you don't get that boost. You'll stall in the air in a bit, but you won't get the boost. So you do up slash. This is kind of what it looks like if you follow my cursor. Just up slash, up slash, up slash. But if you just mash, this is what it's going to look like. So slash, 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 slash. You don't want that. You want this. You want this. And you want this. Now, luckily, we deflected the bullet, so we got the extra height we need. So 0 is in a little cooldown, so you're going to want to up slash at a specific time. So there's a rhythm that you get. So he's going to dip down a little, and then you slash up, and then that's all you need, and you're pretty much done with the trick. So let's play that all by scrubbing frames. The Doom skip, assuming you've got the guard to line up. So roll under the first bullet, jump over the second bullet, tap up left on the directional pad, or actually the directional stick, and then you get the deflect. Because you face left a little, he will shoot again. The third bullet will actually kill him, so keep that in mind. You don't want him dead, but he's gonna live a little bit long enough to shoot you for that fourth bullet because you kind of prompted him to. So knowing that, he's gonna shoot the fourth bullet. I didn't bonk there. I had a very short hop in getting out of there. So now slash up. Let the cooldown of the up slash boost do its thing. And as I dip down, I will slash up, and that'll give me the height I need. And then we did the skip. So yeah, this was pretty much the meat and potatoes of the Doom skip. But we're just going to briefly go over how to do the last part, which is as soon as you see the stairs, you could just slash up. And then you don't want to roll too much. You can roll once. And then you just have the gunner shoot you. I do a little fancy backwards deflect where I actually don't face the direction of my sword because that actually loses time. I actually move a little bit to the left. I want to move right as much as possible. I do slash down a little bit to make things easier. So yeah. My back pretty much deflects the bullet, and I could just go through the door, freely killing the terrors if I wanted to, which is just actually what I do. And then I get the key, and then we're done. Alright, so let's go over pretty much the big part of Doom skip. So clean entry, roll past the Terry, throw the projectile between the Terry here and the switch. You want to be close to the switch when you do it. Trigger the gunner to move right here. And then there's a gap I leave my rolls, so I'll just start rolling when I get here. I want to be walking when I'm close to the guard. And then roll. And then roll under the first projectile. Jump over the second projectile. Do a little short hop over the second projectile. Move a little bit to the left, very slightly, very briefly, by like a frame or two. And then you get the up slash deflecting that bullet. And you will hopefully not bonk here, but you gotta move to the right so you get a little bit of clearance for this spot, this little gap here. It's gonna shoot the fourth bullet, and you get the deflect right there, and then a little dip there, then I get the up slash boost. We're done, except we have one little last thing to do. Go up to the top as much as possible. Deflect the bullet there. I mean, you don't have to kill everyone else, but that bullet, if you leave it unchecked, that can give you hell a little bit, especially if you work so hard to get the skip. So just deal with these guys, get the key, you're done. And yep, that is Doom Skip. Well, let's just watch that again in 60 FPS. Do the flying goose. Swag lasers, clean entry, projectile to kill the cherry to bait him, jump over the bullets, deflect one, deflect two, then you're done with the up slash. And just get through the rest of this area in any way you see fit. That is Doom Skip. Thank you for watching. That was a lot to break down, but hopefully you'll be able to do it.